Alright, how you doing everyone? So it's been a while since I've recorded a video for YouTube. It's been like almost 2 years to be honest, and I haven't really given like an update with my K-Truck. So a lot has been done to the K-Truck, not like performance wise but obviously maintenance wise. So I'm still having issues with the K-Truck, which I'm hoping maybe one of y'all might be able to help me solve, because it's so close to just running just like it used to. Because I used to be able to drive this truck no issues, start up just fine, drive all day, whatever. I pretty much just used it as my daily, to be honest. But the issue I've been having right now is that whenever the truck, I could start it up and it will idle, right? It'll idle, but once I drive around for a little bit and the temperature gets to, you know, like probably around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll start to act up. Like whenever I push in the clutch, the RPMs will just immediately drop to 0 and the engine will stall out, which is pretty odd. I don't know why it does that, but like at first I thought it was like with the ignition system. So like the rotor, the distributor cap, the wires, that's all brand new. Let's see what else I did. So yeah, the rotor, the distributor cap, wires, spark plugs are brand new. Like whenever I bought the truck, I checked the, what is it, the point gap. I put new points in the distributor, so the points are brand new. The point gap is what it's supposed to be. I believe it's like 0.4 through 0.5. Right now it's a little bit under 0.5. All the fuel lines are brand new in the truck. So pretty much it's had its general like tune-up, as you could say. But I mean, if I missed anything, I'm pretty sure y'all ask in the comments or whatever, but pretty much the truck's had its tune-up that it needs. Or here are the points that I actually used right here. They're last. Hopefully y'all saw that. I have no clue where my thing is to roll down my windows, and it's really hot, so I really don't feel like driving without my windows down. But honestly, I might just do it for y'all guys, just so y'all can see the issue that I'm having. Okay, yeah, this drive is gonna suck, but anyways, so I'm gonna try to drive without my windows down, and it's really hot. All right, so we're gonna start the truck up. You're gonna see it start to pick up on idle. Right now, what I have right now is a run leader, this little tachometer. It has like a tachometer, and then also has a temperature gauge, hour meter. It's pretty cool because, you know, these trucks don't come with a tachometer. So right now it's at 2100 because it's at first it starts off kind of high, you know, to get the engine warmed up, and then it'll slowly start to drop. And right now I have the idle set at, I believe it's like 1800 through 1900. It'll stay right there. Anything lower than that, the engine does not want to stay on. It'll just die. So I've looked it up too, and pretty much everybody says the same thing. Their idles, I forgot what it's. I think it's supposed to idle like 900 RPM, but there's no way it would stay on like that. Like 1900 is pretty much its sweet spot, or 1850 is pretty much the sweet spot, that at least for this truck, for it to idle and stay idling. But yeah, right now it's still at $2,000. Right now 2250, just staying on, you know what I mean? But we're gonna go for like a quick ride really quick, just so I can show you the issue that I'm having with the truck right now. So first gear right now. We're just gonna go around the block because I don't want to go too far with the truck. It is pretty hot outside today. I'm already sweaty, to be honest, but it's pretty hot out. So right now we're still at 2300 RPM, going about 40 kilometers per hour. I guess we'll just go down the street, maybe like turn around or whatever. It doesn't take too long for the temperature to get up to operating temperature, you know, within the hundreds or whatever. That's it. the suspension on this truck is pretty much like non-existent. Whenever you hit like any little bump, you really do feel it. I mean, you are like right here, right on top of the tire, the front tire, so I mean, it's kind of understandable. Yeah, but I'm gonna go to a stop, and this is where I'm gonna have the issue. So like whenever I get to the stop, you're gonna see, I'm pretty sure you can't see it because the tachometer is so tiny or whatever, but whenever I get to a stop, my RPMs will start to drop like really drastically, really fast. Let's see. See, right now we're at 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's idling at about 2,700. I'm just gonna take a ride, I guess. So I haven't had the issue yet that I'm talking about. It's always whenever you're recording a video that you don't have the problem that you're talking about. I was already saying this too when I was in my living room. I was like, watch the truck not giving me the issue or whatever whenever I'm trying to record this issue to trying to get this issue solved, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, right now it's at 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. This is about the temperature that I start to have issues. It's whenever the engine finally fully warms up that it starts shutting off on me. Whenever I'll push the clutch in, you'll see the RPMs like immediately drop from like 2,500 straight up to like 0. I'm just like, what the hell? Man, I should have brought my little things to roll down the window, a little handle. I think I left it inside. I don't know why, I always had the habit of taking it off and putting it in my pocket. Because the reason why I have it off is because for a short period of time, my window, I think one of my windows would get stuck or something like that. So I was always taking off the door cards to like bend the little piece back so the window wouldn't get stuck whenever I would try to like roll it down. I think I was rolling it down or rolling it up, I can't really remember. But I kept having the issue of it getting stuck. But yeah. And right now I'm slowly like cleaning the interior of the truck. I've been using a Goo Gone, but right now I'm using like, I think it's like a stronger Goo Gone or whatever. And like, I guess it's a little too strong because it's kind of like taking off the paint with it. I haven't been using it on the outside of the truck. I've been mainly using it with the inside of the truck, you know, putting the Goo Gone or whatever. Put it in third gear, struggling. Turn right here. Another person wanted to turn. Idling pretty good right now. I'm pretty sure right now it's at 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm more than positive this is where it's gonna start messing up. Whenever I try to push my clutch in and, you know, just come to a stop sign, stoplight, whatever. I'm just gonna end up pulling over on the side of the road and see if I get the issue. I'm just gonna pull over right here real quick. The car right behind me. Okay, look, you saw that? Look, I pushed in the clutch and it just died, just straight up. I just dropped all RPMs and just died. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So, you know, clutch is pulled in, clutch is pushed in, put in neutral, right, to pull over to the side. And this would be the same thing like if I were obviously coming to a stop sign or coming to a stoplight, it would do the same thing. So right when I push my clutch in, the engine's, you know, pretty warmed up. It's at 131 right now, 131 Fahrenheit, 132 right now. And that's when the issue arises. Whenever the engine is fully warmed up, you know what I mean? And whenever I'll push the clutch in, it'll just die. So I don't know, like, part of what system that falls in, you know what I mean? Like, once it's fully warmed up, why it would die like that, like why I won't idle at all, and just straight up die. But look, I can probably turn it on right now, and oh my bad, probably turn it on right now. Oh shit, wasn't in neutral. I can turn it on right now, right? Look. And should, let's see, give it a little bit of gas. Okay, never mind. Want him to stay on. See if I can get it to stay on. Now see, look, okay, look, you see how it's at 136 degrees Fahrenheit right now? But look, I don't know if y'all can see that. It's at 2300 RPM, right? I'm gonna take my foot off. Just straight up drops down to 0 RPM. And I know it's not the idle. The base idle is adjusted to where it's at 1900, or sometimes it'll be like at 1850. Or maybe 1750, the lowest or whatever. That's what the base idle is at. So I know it's not the base idle, and I know it's not the points in the distributor, because they're brand new. They're gapped at like 0.4 right now, and it was fine like that. And you know, spark plugs are new. The carburetor has been cleaned. Carburetor has new jets in it. Everything got blown out. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not 100% sure what it is, to be honest. I'm kind of like stumped on what it could be. I'm not sure. But obviously, just like I showed you in the video, it only happens whenever the vehicle's... Okay, I'm gonna open this door. It's getting real hot in here. It only happens when the vehicle is fully warmed up. Like, you know, once it gets to operating temperature, it's at 141 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's pretty much like where it stays. I can't remember like what's the normal temperature this truck like runs at. It's around like 140, 150. I think maybe like 160 the highest or whatever. But it stays pretty cool. It doesn't get, you know, anywhere near 200. You know, it stays in like the 150s or whatever. But yeah, it's whenever, you know, it gets around this temperature, around, I would just say operating temperature, because that's the normal temperature it runs at, and it pretty much stays at. That's when it starts having this issue. So like, I mean, what you saw whenever I pulled over or whatever, literally just push the clutch in, right? Put it in neutral, you know, put my parking brake on, tried to park to the side, and literally instantly right when I pressed my clutch in, it just died. Like, you know, like you're not giving it gas. It's like right when obviously, you know, when you push the clutch in, you're not giving it gas anymore, right? So I mean, I guess it's not getting gas, you know what I mean? Like right when I push my clutch in, it's not getting enough gas for it to idle once it's fully warmed up. So I don't know what I need to adjust. That's I guess trying to get the answer from y'all. Like, what would I need to adjust in order for it to, whenever it's warmed up, for it to get gas? I guess, you know, like when it should be idle, like when it's idling. So I'd assume it has to have something to do with the idling system, or I mean, it's not, I doubt it's the ignition anymore, because I mean, it runs literally perfectly fine when I'm giving it gas, and you just saw like it was driving. I mean, I could start it up now, right? But the only way it would stay on, like for it to idle, right, is for me to like constantly like hold the gas just a tiny bit, but it will stay revving at like 2 grand. So like 2K, it'll stay revving. That's the only way it'll stay on. You know what I mean? But I can't just like release the gas fully, because once I release the gas fully, it'll just die. You know, like if it's not getting any gas whatsoever. And I mean, I don't want to keep messing with the base idle, because it's whenever the truck is not warm, you know, that's when I set the base idle. But I don't know if I should be setting the base idle when the truck is you know, at the 144 or whatever, try to get it to stay on, and then adjust the base idle, or what do y'all think? Or do y'all think I should mess with like the fuel ratio and then mess with the base idle? Like, I'm not sure, to be honest. So yeah, just let me know whatever y'all think. I mean, this has been the reason why I haven't really been obviously driving the Suzuki Carry as much, because I mean, honestly, this issue has just became a new issue because I'm currently in California right now and I just got this truck shipped over here. So the truck has been stored for like 2 years pretty much. That's obviously why y'all haven't seen videos of it either in 2 years, because it hasn't been here in California. It's been in Texas in my garage. So that's another reason why you haven't been seeing videos of it. But I am slowly working on this truck, you know, trying to clean it up a bit. You can see right here how it's like, you know, pretty white. That's what I told you. I was using the Goo Gone or whatever, and it was working really well. Right here too, you can see it's pretty white, and then right there's a dirty spot. So you can see from like, you know, white to obviously very dirty still. But you can see the difference in how well that Goo Gone stuff was working. Even right here, all this has been wiped down with Goo Gone. And you see around this, obviously where the seatbelt is, you can see where it's wiped down, you know, perfectly white. And right here it's still dirty. But that Goo Gone honestly works like great. You know what I mean? That stuff works really well. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because it is very hot in this truck right now. And I wanna get out. So yeah, if you have any suggestions or ideas on how I could solve this issue, that would be greatly appreciated. You know what I mean? I don't claim to know everything, and I don't have vehicles as old as this one. You know what I mean? Like, I think one of my oldest vehicles probably is like a 97, and that was a CBR 600 F3, and that was a motorcycle. You know what I mean? That's probably like the oldest vehicle I had owned at the time. But this one obviously now takes the cake. It's an 89. So me, I'm not used to working on vehicles with distributors or anything like that. You know, like pretty much everything on this truck is like manually working. You know, even the fuel pump, it's a manual fuel pump. Goes off the actual like cam. You know, like whenever the cam goes, it like makes the fuel pump go. Pretty cool. But me, I've never worked on vehicles like this before. So I'm kind of like, you know, learning as I go. But I don't claim to know everything. So if anybody can help me out with this issue, or maybe have a suggestion on what it might be or what might be causing this issue, you know, I'm all ears. And maybe if we can, like, you know, do a video chat or something like that, or I'll give you my phone number, my email, whatever. Like, I'm all ears. I'm just trying to get this truck working because I work on base, you know, military base, and I pretty much use this as like my daily other than my motorcycle. But I would rather use this for whenever it rains, you know what I mean, and I'm trying to get to work. I would rather use this truck than my motorcycle. And not that it gets very cold here in California, it rarely does, but when it does get cold in the morning, I would like to take my truck instead of my motorcycle. And you know, it's not too long of a drive on base. It's maybe like 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive. Worst case scenario, you know. So hopefully y'all can help me get this truck running. I would appreciate that, and thank you for your time, and I appreciate you watching my video. Bye.